welcome back to another vlog. So today we are on our way to Taber. Yung Taber ay isang small town dito sa Alberta, 2 hours and 45 minutes drive from Calgary. So ngayon sabi ko, pupunta tayo ng Taber tapos nag-travel tayo ng ganito kalayo. Why not i-explore natin yung small town na yun? So nung nag-search ako, yung Taber pala ay isang corn capital dito sa Canada. So sabi ko, okay, so ano pa? Then nag-search ako sa mga neighboring towns or communities doon. Then may nakita akong isang community or town. Kasi yung iba tinatawag nila na town, yung iba naman tinatawag nila na community. Pero kung bakit gusto nilang tawagin na town, kasi marami siyang establishment or malalaki ang establishment na tinayo doon sa community. Kasi may bangko, may hotel, may pool hall, may blacksmith shop, tapos may cafe, and then may railway station. So parang gusto ng iba tawagin siyang town, pero kaya lang itong lugar na to ay under siya ng municipality of Taber. So ano guys, tawagin na lang natin siyang community. So ngayon we are 20 minutes away sa pupuntahan namin. So, early 20th century, itong community na ito ay may 250 population. And then, later on, like around 1920, 25, nagsialisan na naman yung mga tao. Tapos, dinala nila yung mga businesses nila. Pati, wala na. Hindi na, pati yung bahay nila, wala na. Parang iniwan na lang nila. So, di ba, bakit? So yan yung i-explore natin mamaya. So we'll see you later, and now yeah, it's 21 minutes away from our destination. See you later. So ito yung ano guys, papasok ng Retlaw. Talagang haba pa ng daan ko papasok doon. Tapos ano yan? Deer. Talagang mag-ingat talaga dito pag mag-drive kayo kasi tignan nyo, bigla-biglaan na lang silang magsitawinan. Dalawang deer. My deer! So ngayon ay 2 minutes away kami sa pupuntahan natin. And then kanina pa kami nakapasok dito guys, pero wala kaming nakasabay, wala din kaming nakasalubong na sasakyan. Kami lang ata. So ito yung harap namin. Yan siya. So 2 minutes away, papasok doon sa lugar or sa community na pupuntahan natin. Talaga palang malayo sila, uy. Walang mga neighbor din. So guys, we are now here. Pagpasok nyo ng Retlaw, ito yung makikita nyo. Retlaw's Field of Dreams. Nakikita nyo ba guys? Yan. Yan siya. So, pupunta pa tayo doon kasi doon yung entrance nila. Yan. So, welcome to Retlaw. Ayan. Papasok na tayo guys sa Retlaw. Hi everyone! So now we are in Retlaw. So ito siya guys. Yung Retlaw was established in 1913. Yan siya. Yan. Retlaw 1913. So ito yung papasok papunta ng Retlaw. Actually, galing kami doon kanina. Yan. Tapos ngayon, punta na tayo, papasok na tayo. May makita kayong flag dito sa bungad ng Retlaw. Hi everyone! I have my tour guide here. Ray and my sister happened to see her while cleaning the church. And now she's here, so we're not alone. So our story or the history of Retlaw will be accurate because of her. May I have your name?
My name is Terry. And
Okay,
I'm with
Terry's
the
with me.
Retlaw Historical Society.
Oh, okay. So, where do you want me to
We can start here.
Okay, yeah, sure.
My family came here from West Virginia in 1908.
Oh, okay.
So we came before Retlaw was even a town.
Oh, all right.
So Retlaw became a town in 1913.
Oh,
And
okay.
at that time, it was one of the fastest growing villages in Alberta.
That's what I've heard.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then by 1965, well, by 1939, it was already
Yeah.
a ghost town. But there was some, when I was young, there was still some stores here and things like that.
Oh, all right.
So over here,
Yeah.
we have our veterans display.
Okay.
And all that is stories of people submitted from their war experiences
Okay.
and where they are today. So each war veteran that we could contact wrote a story. This is actually a book.
All
we have a
right.
book of it, but then we laminate the pages and put it up here.
Oh,
So that
good.
people can actually come, and a lot of people come in there.
Yeah.
Could be their grandfather, could be their
Yeah.
uncle.
Where did you find those copy of those articles?
See, I have
and
the
pictures?
whole book. My sister actually created the book.
All right.
She contacted all the veterans or their families, and so they submitted it. And so we created the book. So then, and I typed everything. So then,
yeah.
this is just pages that I recopied and laminated and put on here. And
Yeah.
along here, this is Railroad Avenue.
Yeah.
There at one time was 7 elevators here.
7 elevators.
Yes,
The grain elevator.
Yes, we were here before Vauxhall.
Okay.
Tabor was the closest town.
Ah, all right.
And so that's where over there would be the train station, and down over the other side would be the
Yeah, yeah,
elevators.
Okay.
Yeah. And then in 1980 some, I'm not going to even say for sure, 86 maybe,
Yeah.
arsonists, they started a fire, or I don't know who,
Yeah.
and they burnt it down. But by that time already, CP Rail was going to take the elevator out anyway, the railroad out,
Oh,
because we have no railroad anymore. But that's why Retlaw existed, because the railroad came this way. 2013, I guess it was. We had our 100th, Retlaw's 100th.
Oh my God.
And so we had this. So these are all the local people that went in this area that went to war.
These
from
people
this
came
area.
from Retlaw.
From Retlaw.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Some of them came back. Some of them just went on to different homes.
Okay.
And a lot of the families are still around. Like if you look at the Brodesons, I'm a Culver, so there's
Culver Ross.
there. Yeah.
That's your
That would be
grandfather.
my uncle.
Your uncle.
Yeah.
Oh,
So there's
okay.
a lot of the people on here that are still in the area today, are farming their homestead land. So in 1992, everything was abandoned. The stores were closed in 65. There was 2 stores that were open, and then the post office was closed. Opera House, we had a hotel, we had doctors' offices, we had meat markets.
Yeah. Oh,
This was the busiest small town compared to Tabor.
Is this can we call this a town or community?
Well, you're right. You're right, because right now it's a community.
Okay.
Because there's only 2 homes in the town itself, like that home over there and this home.
Oh, okay.
But none of the land is really for sale in here, because the Historical Society now kind of takes care of the area. We own the church, and we have a lease for the camp kitchen, but now the MD supports us doing the whole. This is the Campbell White Meat Market, yes. And because many of these stores and things were closed, there are so many things. So we were very lucky to have those little bit of receipts and those council checks and things like that.
This one. Yeah.
Yes. And he was the last store in this town. And I think it was 65. Oh, too bad that the sign is.
This is like your grocery stores before.
This is a grocery store.
Oh,
This is
wow.
where he ran. This is his little thing. And he had lots of things. He had the cafe. He had the laundromat.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
There's lots of things here. In this one we're coming up to now is the National Cafe. And we know it as Gum Lang's.
Okay.
And we also, when we were kids, this store was here also.
So you really have a fresh memory here.
Yes.
Oh, my
yes.
God.
And we loved it. And so Gum Lang, so a lot of the farmers only could pay once a year.
Yeah.
And so he was one of them. He had charged all year, and then when they got their money, they would bring in, they'd pay their payments in the fall. We also have some receipts from his.
This is also Chinese.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, come along. Groceries, meats, dry goods, hardware. Oh wow, he has a dog too over there. Age 72. So they've been here since the Retlaw was established.
Yes. See, here, he moved to Retlaw in 1918.
Okay.
So it was 5 years after Retlaw. I have a picture, I think there's a picture in the church of when the Retlaw looked like in 1914. Because a lot of the stores came prior to the railroad track coming.
Yeah.
See, he moved in 1962. He moved to Lethbridge.
Oh, he moved to Lethbridge.
Yeah.
Together with his business.
Yes. So he closed the store. So that's where the store would be, right where that little thing is there.
See, imagine, hey, that there was a store
their
here
land.
before.
Yes.
Wow.
And so often when people come and I give them tours, they say, this is like an outdoor museum. And that's what it is, because it's a true ghost town.
True.
All we have are our memories of what was here. And really, some people said, oh, too bad we didn't have buildings here. And we said, no, we're special. We don't need the buildings. We just built this when we had our 100th, and we had our little beer gardens there and stuff on our 100th.
Wow.
And it was a 3-story hotel.
3-story hotel.
3-story hotel.
In this community.
Yes.
What?
And so upstairs was the doctor's, that's where the nurse was. So if a child broke their arm or something, they'd go up. They'd be in the 3rd story. Yes, we have some beautiful pictures of that. And then she was a nurse, and she went on to go to be ran the first hospital in Bragg Creek in Alberta. The nurse here. So some of these things we'll need to, they can become, sometimes you don't want to fix it, but at the same time you want it old. Because if you fix it, it looks like it's just repair. It's new, right?
Yeah.
So eventually the county will come and tear this down, and because it's really demolished inside.
Oh my! So we can't go inside.
No.
Yeah.
So this is the Retlaw Hall, the McGregor Hardware, one of the first buildings in Retlaw. Unfortunately, that we can't. So
it's bad luck.
Well, and it is. Hey.
So okay.
Yeah.
This was the building.
That's the building. Is that nice? I got to get new pictures up, even if we have.
Really cool building.
So that came, when was it built? Does it say? Probably 1913. And so 1944, they turned it over to the other club. And then now that club is dismantled. Yeah, in 2013. The hall
was closed permanently.
Our historical society tries to
look at that too, hey?
Yes. Lots of ideas for it, but there's always the money aspect.
Also.
And we try not to do anything that we have a lot of operational costs because then you have to worry about the money. So over here is where the bank, we had a beautiful bank. You'll see that. If the picture's not here, you'll see it inside
I saw that. Was it a Bank of Commerce?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So this is where the Bank of Commerce was, and that piece of rock on the back is my uncle. He's passed away now, but he was so determined we had to preserve that because that was part of the bank building. And so this bank was it's one of the largest banks too around. So here you can see more of the street. So here, and then there's a little shop in here as it goes that way to the hotel, and this is the bank. And it was dismantled, but that's where the firewall was underneath Retlaw.
Yeah.
Because Retlaw has no water. Everything had to be hauled. My great-grandfather hauled water into Retlaw. And so we had a fire hall, but we needed water. So underground here are wooden culverts. So when it rained, it would kind of flow towards the fire hall so they could collect the water.
Oh my God, it was hard.
Oh, yes.
What about the electricity here?
See, it would have came probably then too, I think,
And the water supply now here is...
no water. We have no irrigation.
No irrigation.
You have to haul the water. Yeah. So anybody over there, they'd have to have a tank and haul their water for their own use.
Oh, all right.
So down here was the school bus barns. There was a cement thing there. And this is where down through here would be the bus barns, and there was at one time 3 lumber yards because everybody in the community was building. They needed fence, they're building barns, building houses.
Yes.
So there was 3 lumber yards here at one point. And the trains came 7 trains a week initially.
7 trains a week.
Because they're bringing all the supplies because Alberta's just growing. It's just growing up. It's just a baby and it's growing into a province. And so they were coming here because prior to that, about 5 or 6 miles from here, that's where they got the mail. And then can you imagine the stagecoach coming in and delivering the mail? It's just, this is it. This is real. Anytime I give a tour to people that have been here forever, the post office moved different places. So it was over here one time, it was over there. Because as the town grew, they just made different buildings, right? This is an old abandoned building that was the post office at one time, and also then was the fellow that kept care of the train station. And so we just keep it. And
this is nice.
We put curtains in there.
Oh my God. I hope they will not demolish this.
No,
I hope not.
It's so good. And this became E.O. Marion. E.O. Marion was
What does that mean?
He was this man. He was the mayor of Retlaw at one point. And at the end, he owned this for his real estate office. His family just signed the book not too many months ago. They were in town. So we got to get these signs done as soon as possible. So here, so this is all old and wrecked. And so we put this curtains up and we put these wires in there.
That's nice. I like it. Oh, look at the flowers. Oh my God. Who owns this?
This is, well, the MD would, but the Historical Society is the one that.
It's the Retlaw Post Office. Oh, and this is inside. We can't go inside, eh?
Well, you can, but you can go.
Yeah.
We close the door and then people come and they break the door.
Oh my God, by force. Oh, shucks. So
go on and you have to be careful because there's nothing to hold on.
Okay, yeah. Oh, these are the stairs. Oh, I like this. Oh my. But still like the wood.
Yes.
Hey. Oh, this is the window. So you guys are the one who put this one.
We put some of this up. We put these things up just because people were coming in.
Yeah.
We didn't really need to want them. We said anything you can want to look at, you can pretty much see from the outside.
I like the view. Oh my God.
Isn't it lovely?
Yeah, super.
It's just lovely.
This is the what?
This would be a bedroom.
A bedroom.
I love the linoleum. I wish we found this linoleum.
Is this a carpet?
It's linoleum. Like that's what they after they went for deep dirt floors into wood and then linoleum. I usually have
and their electricity on the wall, like the panel board.
So sometimes people come. I have to fix this. Sometimes people come and they rip up the floorboards as if there's something like here. They've done that. So how many times I'll have to bring the screw and screw it because they think there's something in here.
Oh, okay. See, they're looking for an antique.
Yeah, they're looking for coins.
Also, the old coins.
So I need to come back and screw all that in so that they. But
there's a hole inside, but there's no basement.
No, but some kids came in here.
Yeah.
Up those stairs, right? Oh, that's the scary thing.
Yeah.
So because this was a post office, but then the house is another half of this. It's all blocked off.
Oh, this is a nice location.
Yeah.
Spot. And so these things here been here for like
they've been here forever.
Like
we just cleaned it up.
How many years do you think these things been here? Like
I don't know.
1913 or something.
Well, probably someone lived in this house in the 70s.
70s.
So some of
this is the old Ken.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Just old covers and
Oh, this one. Yeah. The old machine, sewing machine.
This is old.
For the grilling.
This is a toaster, so you put your toast in there.
Yeah.
Grill each side of it.
Oh, shucks.
And then this is just the thing for the coal.
And this one for the like their furnace before.
That would just be their old coal stove and things like that. Yeah. And then, so, and then sometimes I might put a plant or something in here, but typically, other than straighten up a chair that's fallen down, we leave it like it is. And it was a pretty bad mess for just, we had to clean all this up.
So you have to come here every time, like, checking.
I come here pretty much every day.
Oh,
yeah.
You're alone here? Maintaining this place?
I do all the cleaning, all the booking of the church.
Yeah.
Pretty much. And then there are others that, if I need help, will come.
Yeah.
But pretty much I'm the one that's...
Yeah.
We have a flower committee to people that plant flowers.
What's at the back?
See, that will go around there.
Ah, okay.
So we have a couple that plant flowers and water the flowers.
It's so nice.
Lots and lots and lots of people come for pictures. Lots.
I know. I saw this in YouTube and in Google. Oh my God!
Yes.
I like even that bed over there.
Yes.
Yeah.
And see, we have
caught my attention.
We have no power poles, so it's like here you have power poles. Then you go this way, and you can take wedding pictures with nothing in the way.
It's really a ghost town vibe.
Ghost town. Absolutely.
Oh my! So how many population you have here now in Retlaw?
Well, right in there's only a family of 4 or 5 over there and 1 over here.
So 5 only.
Yes, in town. And there used to be maybe 5,000 and 15 miles in the early days.
Yeah.
But then families, like I come from a big family. I come from a family of 13.
Okay.
Where most people now have just small families.
So your family were here before and then they left.
Yes. My family, well, they still come here to Retlaw because this is our home. But I'm all of us, I'm the one that actually lives in.
Yeah.
So this is just the old shack, and sometimes we store the water containers and things like that. Just for watering the flowers or whatever in here. There's a garage.
Yeah. Oh, it was a garage.
Yeah.
Okay. Owned by private
well, now
family or?
Yeah, well, it was the MD. It was the railroads.
Yeah.
And then the MD. So here, again, we're planting the flowers here. And yes, I see this used to be like chicken coops and coal bins and things like that.
Oh.
I think we have to take this down. I'm going to see if I can save the wood and rebuild it. Because sometimes it can be dangerous for kids.
For sure, yeah.
Right?
Kids coming and then running around.
Yeah. And they think it's just nobody. So over across the road, so I was going to tell you, so the post office.
Yeah.
So just a personal story. My dad, when my grandparents were from West Virginia. So when my dad, so my great grandma sent a name to name my dad.
Oh, what's the name of your dad?
Well, she sent a girl's name, but he was a boy. So for 3 months, my dad didn't have a name. So until they sent the letter down and said it's a boy, sent a letter back and said, so they called him Joe because he never had a name.
Okay.
So then after 3 months, he got a name, which is Ronald. But I can imagine my granddad coming to the post office and taking that letter
the mail,
home, and saying, let's open it, see what this little guy's name is.
Your name is? Oh my God.
So this here is...
That's cute.
Here's a little schoolhouse. In pre-Retlaw, or anywhere in probably Alberta, every section had a little schoolhouse because the kids had to walk to school.
Okay.
So all around here, there was 8 schools.
Okay.
But when Retlaw became Retlaw, they closed all those schools eventually, and Retlaw was the big school. So this rolling green is a replica of one of those little schools that were closed. So the family bought the land. Too bad you probably can't see it here, but you can come and look in here.
Yeah.
So in this little schoolhouse, if you look in the window, you'll see little tiny desks, and you'll see you'll see a little potbelly stove in the back. In the back there, you'll see a little potbelly stove.
Yeah.
And you'll see the school teacher.
Oh, this is so cute. Look at those chairs. Uh-oh. I hope you guys can see that. Oh, and there's a, like, what do you call that? The small furnace
Yeah,
thing?
that's the little pot belly. We call it a pot belly stove.
Bell.
Yeah,
Okay.
and the kids or else the teacher would have to come and warm the schoolhouse before
Yeah.
school. So this is one replica, and this fellow did it for us.
Wow.
But 8 of these schools got closed when Retlaw. So this here is not a Retlaw building, but there's a big story behind it, which I won't tell you about today. But we've converted it into I have to put a sign, our land titles office. So in here are all the quarters of land around this area. So here's the original map.
Landowners, yeah.
So this is the original map of Retlaw. September 1st, 1913. There's Retlaw. And then... So here's, this is where I live. So our family came in 1908. It says 1912. But you had to prove up, meaning you didn't get total ownership of your land until you had to build a house, you had to build a fence. There's things before you could actually get the title. So even though this is there are years before that they actually came.
So those people who left here and their families still alive, like they're coming here to visit.
Oh,
the
yes,
area,
100%.
the place.
They'd come back. We have a lot of people that come back.
Okay.
And they, just because.
Reminiscent.
Yeah. Our family is very, we're here all the time. There's nothing locked here. We don't lock things.
But whoever will come here, are they allowed to just go inside?
Oh, everybody just goes inside.
Yeah.
Doing some work one day, and a fellow was wandering around over there, and somebody went over and said, "What are you looking for?" And he says, "I'm looking for my sister. She was buried up here."
Oh, you have cemetery here?
No, we don't. But in those days, if a little baby died, you just buried them behind your house. So he's looking for his sister, and there's 2 of them, and they're up there somewhere. So when the MD was doing, we had to bury a few buildings. We said, "Don't go on that hill because those 2 little girls are buried on that hill somewhere."
So maybe one of those?
Yes.
Yeah.
But we have a cemetery.
Where?
Oh, it's the best cemetery ever.
I want to see that later. Yeah.
Yeah. And we bought one of the oldest cemeteries in Alberta.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
The whole Alberta.
Yeah, because we are. Yeah, so we're they didn't have cemeteries. They just buried them in the back.
Yeah.
Now this here wasn't here initially.
Oh, another post office.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Post office here, post office there, post office there. Everywhere.
It's all over.
That post office moved everywhere.
Yeah.
So this morning, yesterday, we painted the picnic tables. We need new ones, but we just needed to make do with some. So this is what we call it our tumbleweed inn. Okay. And it's a camp kitchen, but we don't like to call it a camp kitchen.
So you guys are cooking here?
So we cook
whenever you have a activities, parties.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like weddings, they have their
weddings. Okay.
Weddings have had their little groups here after because they'll have a barbecue.
All right.
They also have if they decorate, they come and have a barbecue.
Oh, look at that, the design.
Yeah. 95.
Yeah.
I think this is 1997. I wrote the date in there. We wrote the date. So
I like the design.
Oh,
nice. Yeah. You don't need a fan here. It's a free air. Super nice.
Yes, and people use it sometimes. They might have a branding party, and the wives they come here instead of going into the homes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and see, some of these guys are from Medicine Hat, from Edmonton. This guy's from Lethbridge, Sparwood.
They'll come here in a group.
They just all drive. They bring trailers, park.
Also, do you allow campers here too?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We don't charge. We don't advertise it, but anybody that comes, we just say you can stay overnight.
Okay.
Yeah. Across the road, the sign that's missing, that was our telephone office. And it's too bad it wasn't here because it's interesting enough because we actually had a telegram when the when this lady had a baby, they sent a telegram to her husband and said the baby was born. And we have that telegram.
That's sweet.
I'll get your number when we have our signs back
Okay.
up. You can come again.
Sure. Oh, I love to. Yeah. Yeah.
So now this is the whole reason for everything.
The church.
The church, and I will tell you
Look
about
at
this
that.
when we go in. So we're having a wedding in 2 weeks. Last year we had
In 2 weeks.
Yeah, last
So
year.
you are open for wedding too?
Oh, we had 9 weddings last year. 9 weddings and six photo shoots, and I don't know how many choirs came. The most beautiful because there's nothing.
know.
There's no street lights. There's nothing in the way.
It's only like the natural light.
Yes.
I would love to stay here till later, but you know.
It's the most beautiful. And when we were little, this church was all you'll see inside. It was all broken up. The windows are broken. There's no step. So my brothers, they just rode their bicycles in there because it was just an old abandoned building.
Yeah.
So when we decided to do it, to fix it, he says, "I guess I better come and help because I tore around in the church." No power.
So no electricity inside. No. So you can't.
No power, no furnace, no heat.
So how it will be during the winter?
We don't have anything. We have a church service in the winter. People just come dressed up.
Oh, okay. So it will be real cold.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Oh my God.
Are they coming?
Look at that.
Ray.
Ray.
Ray, are you coming?
Wow.
So,
This is superb.
1918, the church was built. This is all original. I think maybe my dad had to put this up, but all this is original. The floor is original floor, except this part, which I'll tell you about later. All this is original.
Yeah.
There was no power here ever, but there was a generator. And so there's a little generator box there. This used to be chandelier things, but we don't have power, so we just hung those. They're just ceremonial things. We don't do anything with them, hey?
So no night activities here.
They've had candlelight weddings.
Candlelight.
We have candlelight services.
That's super romantic.
Oh, candlelight services. Stunning.
I want to see that.
We have candles all in the windows. I think I have all in the windows, all up there, hundreds of candles. And these are all kerosene lamps. It's stunning. Beautiful. Now, these pews are not original to the church.
Okay.
There was a fellow that knew someone that had bought 2 churches, and we bought them off the bat when we started. So, these are not original. They didn't really have pews. They just had flip-up chairs. So the windows and everything are, and I'll show you the pictures when we get down here. So that's the original church piano. It was just in an old abandoned house, and it was all mouse and everything. And so we took it in, and the fellow fixed it. And everybody...
It's still working.
People use it for their weddings. We use it all the time. It stays in here all year. 40 below. And we've only had to tune it twice. We have somebody that comes and they said doesn't need it. That there is the organ. We used to have a Catholic church here.
Okay.
And that organ, when we decided to do this, they came forward and they said, "We don't know if we should tell you or not, but we have the organ from the Catholic church." So that's the Catholic church organ. Yeah.
Look at the design, the color of the wood.
Yes. And so this is all original. It was all, well, we'll show you. But my dad is a carpenter. Well, our family comes in for. So when you go along here, you just have to splice this, but you don't really see it, right?
Yeah.
So this is the only part he had to repair. We crawled around and ground everywhere and found these pieces. So all this is like
original.
1918.
Oh, shucks.
All this wood, other than the doors, all original wood.
Well maintained. Super. Oh my God, I'm in awe.
Yeah.
So no mass here anymore.
No.
Only like weddings.
Weddings. One time a church rented it for the whole summer.
Okay.
And so, but we do not have a regular pastor. They bring their own pastors. And so we have a little bit of a humidity problem up there. I thought it was a leak in the ceiling, but he said, no, it's humidity. Like now I have to open the windows a tiny, tiny bit so it doesn't
Just
get
to
too
dry
humid
it.
in here. Yeah. So these are it's kind of nice because now when the weddings come, the fellow they can come in this door, the men, and then wait for the bride. And then, so yes, because this opens the back. And then both sides can come up to the...
So they will bring their own pastor or priest.
Yes, they bring their own.
Okay.
They bring their own. And because it's multi-denominational, it's fine. And that's why a lot of people come here, especially if it's a mixed marriage, because they're saying, but here, because we're a union church, all denominations, but they bring their own pastors. Typically, we have had evangelical free ministers, we've had Lutheran ministers, and we've had United Church ministers from our Retlaw historical side. Those are the three that we typically come and ask to do our Christmas services. Okay. Our baptism, we've had baptisms here also. Oh, yes. Funerals. Also. We've had funerals in winter.
From where? The family's from...
Well, Othello, he's on that cenotaph up there. He went to the war. Okay. Then when he came home, he never came back here. He went to Edmonton. But his family is still here in the 40s. And they all passed away, and they are in Tabor Cemetery. Tabor. So he always said, when I die, I want to be in Tabor with my family. So he requested his funeral here. So they brought him all the way from Edmonton. Yeah. Had the service here and then buried in Tabor. Very cool. Is all the newspaper articles. These are actually out of the newspapers. All about Retlaw. So this is actual in-time history. So here, this is Thursday, July 17th, 1930. And so it tells you about the airplane burned Vauxhall during Stampede fire at Retlaw. So, but these are...
big news.
We went to the college in Lethbridge and just searched this for days and cut out. So these are all actual newspaper stories of Retlaw. So here's where you'll see here. Where is it at? Oh, yeah. See, when the trains run, they're coming soon, 1913. And it's all, you can just feel their excitement. They're waiting for the train to come. Retlaw is coming to town. And it's just...
Oh, that's super nice article.
Yes. And
who wrote that?
Well, see, whoever was writing the newspapers at the time.
Okay.
Yes, it is not busy building Retlaw.
It looks like the print of the wordings there. It looks like they've typed it through the typewriter.
Yes, so they would have it actually because it was newspapers because these were actually the newspapers of the day. Oh, yeah. So all we did was go and search for Retlaw, and then each article we printed the whole page and cut it out and created.
Look at that, 1913, May 29.
That's
cool. That's super.
Retlaw has a celebration. Yeah. So these are all. So a lot of people come and they'll say, "Well, I can't find my family, but they were here. I can go through here and see if I can find their names." And I can say, "Oh, they moved on to this town because."
So this is like a diary of Retlaw.
Yes. And in those days, they wrote everything. They wrote who was in the hospital, who came home.
Oh, that's good, eh?
So now we have at Homes Wanted for Children. And then there's a big, so these are all the things. These are all the Retlaw news.
Oh, I like this.
And that's what we just call the collection
of memories.
And then here is the book I was telling you about. That is
the veterans.
Yes. So this is the veterans book. So this is all about. So this is what goes on there. So I reprint these, laminate them, and put them up there. But one of our people from I don't know if it's in here. It is in here, but one of our people from Retlaw, he was a message runner in the war. So they were the ones that read messages to the other army groups. So we have a copy in this book of the message when the war ended, and he was the runner to go and to tell the groups that the war was over.
Oh, he did that.
And we have a copy of that in here somewhere. And he was actually the message runner.
What was the message?
You know what? We should find it.
Like maybe the war has been ended, or
and it's the telegram. It's just the actual picture of the telegram. Where is it? Here. ceasefire order.
Oh, World War II.
Yeah. So this is the actual ceasefire order from the war.
I can't. What he restricted all offenses, something, I don't know, operations.
Cancel all offensive operations forthwith.
Yeah, and I saw there's an article I've read, like a man from Sweden, and he came in Retlaw around 1920, and then he left going back to Sweden, and then he got married there, but then when he passed away, his grandchildren or children wants to come here.
That's them. These guys.
Oh, I was
That's
following.
these.
I even wrote email. I sent an email to the lady who wrote that article, but I didn't.
To Malin.
Oh,
Yeah. So these are them. So it was his dad.
Oh yeah, a Grandstrom family.
So it was his dad that came. But his dad died when he was 9, so he never even knew his dad came to Canada. So they were just found a picture.
Oh yeah, that's the story.
Yes. They found the picture, and then they came here.
Yeah.
So that it was his dad that came here, and then this is the wife, and these are the 2 daughters.
The daughters, the grandchildren. Okay.
So they came in 2012.
Okay,
And
2012.
then 2013, they came back for the 100th. That's why they're dressed like this.
That's
And
what.
then my brother and I went there to Sweden in 2014.
And met them.
And we stayed at their house because we knew them, right?
Ooh.
And we met the fellow.
Yeah.
See, these are just our services.
These are the decor inside.
These are our Christmas services.
Okay.
These are just our programs.
This is inside here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So these are just our Christmas programs.
Oh my God! Now I got the full story now from you.